welcome back, y'all. Here at Studio 512, we're about to complete, this is a hard one to say, 2 years of working from home. This is insane to me, but we're not alone in that boat. I know there are millions of others who are right there with us, Rosie.
We didn't say the scarier part, Steph, is that we're about to start a third year. That is a really wild fact to think about. If you feel, therefore, like your routine is stale, we have some tips for you this morning from small business consultant and award-winning entrepreneur, our friend Lindsay Pinchuk. Lindsay, good morning to you.
Morning, guys. It's so good to be here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Lovely to have you back. You've been busy since we saw you last. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But let's talk about how work from home was not new for you in the pandemic. You've been having to succeed in this model for a long time.
Yeah, I've owned my own business for 12 years now. And even though my business and my role has changed within that, I have been working from home. And so I really have had to develop over the course of time. And that included the birth of both my children as well. You know, I've had to develop a routine and kind of setting boundaries and what works and what doesn't. And so when this happened, you know, really, I was teaching my husband because he all of a sudden found himself working at home, you know, from our bedroom. And so now I'm helping to, you know, tell others some of my strategies that have worked for me over the last decade.
Yeah. And you said, okay, at this point, people have the setup. They don't need the physical stuff.
Yeah, they don't need, I would assume if you've been working from home now since the pandemic began, you don't need to know how to set up your desk and your screens and everything like that. But I do think that the time management piece always is a struggle. I don't think it's something that comes, you know, naturally for a lot of people. And now we're in a new year. You're coming off of potentially having some time off. It's a really good time for a reset and to really examine how you're doing things and to make your work from home schedule work for you.
I love to hear it because I asked for this. Steph, I'm feeling like I needed to refresh myself.
Yes.
Yeah, and your first tip is to get started before Monday ever begins.
Yes. So I love to check my schedule Sunday night. I mean, really and truly, I like to just know what's ahead. What do I have coming up for work? What do I have coming up personal for myself and for my kids? Because, you know, I manage their life as well. So I do keep everything in a calendar. It's really important to me that everything's organized. I like mine digitally. I keep mine in a Google Calendar and I live and die by that thing. And it's in the cloud and it's on my computer so I can access it anywhere. But I know that some people like paper calendars. And for a long time, I was in that boat until I lost mine. But Austin-based Erin Condren makes great organizers. I know you guys are familiar with their stuff.
They're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. They have a great life planner that organizes your life. And I know that people love, love, love and live and die for their planners. So that's a really great approach to take in terms of organizing. I also like to get ahead of things every day. So I do look at things on Sunday night. And then at the end of my workday or before I go to bed, I like to know what's coming tomorrow in case I forgot or in case something changed, just to make sure that I know in the back of my head and nothing's a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Really good stuff there and a great reminder. I always think getting a beautiful planner helps me use it. And it is true. Rosie, I know you do live and die by
love to
this,
cross
too.
it off.
I
love to
know.
cross off an activity.
And Erin Condren, local, so cute. Great stuff. But Lindsay, this one is one that I really struggle with. I'm so excited to hear your tips on this. Taking advantage of working from home. I don't feel like I do that. How do we make working from home actually work for us?
Yes. And I will say this is something that I practiced long before the pandemic, was really taking advantage of me being in my house. What does that mean? I would throw in a load of laundry, you know, before a call and then move it after the call and really multitask so that I'm not left doing everything from my house over the weekend. And I know so many of us who work big jobs and who have long hours, it's really hard to accomplish things during the day. But when you think about it, you would never sit at your desk all day, every day in the office. You're going to get up, you're going to go into your friend's office and have a chat, have lunch, go to the water cooler. So it's really important that you're getting up. And what a better, I couldn't imagine a better use of my time than getting up and doing dinner prep or getting up and picking up my kids or getting up and doing laundry. And so I think that it's really important to build those things into your day. Like I said, you don't have to be chained to your desk all day long. And it's really important to understand that.
Free yourself from the guilt.
Oh, for sure. I need to free my weekends back up. So I need to learn how to get up and do things. And speaking of getting up, this kind of brings us to the point of exercise. What do you recommend for that?
So I have been exercising since, during the day since I started working from home. And that's a huge benefit as well. We're talking about getting up and moving. So get up and move. I schedule my workouts like I would a meeting, and I very rarely move them or miss them. So, I love my Peloton. It's not a secret. I talk about it all the time. But I was recently introduced to this awesome app called Yoga Wake Up, which it's a mindful alarm app. It's free to download. There is a 7-day trial, and then there's subscriptions that range from $10.99 to $53.99. They have it on iOS and Android. And I love this product because it really is for everyone. It helps you break up the monotony of that work from home lifestyle with 10-minute audio guided yoga and meditation. And I love that too, because with a longer workout or a ride on my Peloton, I also have to shower after. So it is a much longer time investment. And some days I just don't have it. But this yoga and meditation is taught by a variety of teachers. You can schedule it. Like I said, an alarm goes off. You can stick to your schedule. You can do it anytime that you have time during the day. There's content for morning, anytime, and even at bedtime. So if you want to do a meditation before bed, they have beginner-friendly classes, a diverse group of instructors, which is also amazing. And I just think it's a great way to break up the day. And like I said, to move.
Mm-hmm. So I am downloading that ASAP.
It's a good pitch for it. Now I'm thinking, I could use a little bit more in my life. Just before we let you go, Lindsay, we mentioned you have been busy. You launched the podcast that you've been talking about, Dear Founder, this month. You said you have so much content. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so Dear Founder is a podcast. It's my weekly letter to female entrepreneurs, but anyone can listen. And I will tell you that men and women have been listening. We're dropping 2 episodes a week, and it's interviews with founders and people who have started businesses and are selling businesses and working through businesses. Everyone that is listening to me has a different story and is telling me that they are finding something in these stories. And I cannot be more thrilled to be reaching so many people with such inspirational content that is driving people to make changes or to try their own idea out for a business, which is awesome. So I have that going on. And then through a series of online classes as well, which you can find on lindsaypinchuk.com.
I love it. Lindsay, great information as always. Thank you so much for the refresh. For more business tips and advice from Lindsay, follow her on Insta. You can also check out that new podcast we mentioned, which launched this month. Everything Lindsay offers for small business owners and future entrepreneurs can be found at lindsaypinchuk.com.